Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you a shoutcast and a game between Roots Druby and Axiom's Alicia here on Neoplanet. Now, let's go ahead and fix the names. We have Druby spawning as the red Terran player on the top right hand side of the map. Meanwhile, Axiom's Alicia is spawning as the blue Protoss. This will be a Protoss versus Terran matchup here, game 1 in the series. And this is coming in from Teamstory Cup, so that is the reason why you guys don't get to see the names of the players in the game, as it would be a horrible spoiler as to who wins. Now, for those of you guys who don't follow me on Facebook or Twitter, I did have the privilege of casting an Intel LAN Fest in Cal Poly, or at Cal Poly Pomona over the weekend. A lot of fun, very tiring to say the least, and I think I caught a little bit of a cold, so my apologies there, but the games were excellent. Some standard local SoCal esports players, the former Czech Sixes Mystic, and also Bubbles, now part of the academy team of Quantic. I'm doing very well in the tournament, and some of those games just came down so close to the wire, just very entertaining. Now, in this PVT, let's take a look at what's happening, as we do see that Druby is he setting up a gas? No, he is not. So Druby, deciding to go gasless, may go for a 1 Rax expand here. Meanwhile, Alicia actually going for double gas before a cybernetics core. This is a very heavy gas build. Only time can tell what build we are looking at here. If I had a co-caster, I would ask him what it is, but since I don't, I have to make a guess, and at this point I would guess a quick Stargate. Stargate play very effective against Terran. What is this? No, this is not a 1 Rax expand. This is a 2 Rax build without gas that's made to look like a 1 Rax expand. Very interesting, as an SCV now moves out coming in from Druby. Alright, I forgot to do the little sound test here. There we go. I think I saw that. What? Well, oh, yes, I did. Alright, so always want to make sure that is there, as the time overlay is back, and we now see Marines are currently being trained. So 2 Marines being trained at a time. And what is it going to be going up against? Cybernetics Core is nearly done. We do see a Zealot. Druby should come in, take a look around, and see the amount of gas that has been harvested already. 2 workers on each of these, so this is very high efficiency, but it is not full saturation, so it is going to be a quick mothership core, and it doesn't look like it's going to actually follow up with any sort of Stargate play, as I originally imagined. Always very important to know how many units are on gas, as Alicia still only having 2 from each of these assimilators. Meanwhile, SCV off over here looking to see what it's going to be doing. You see a group of Marines currently holding and trying to take down this set of rocks here, and I am still curious as to what Alicia is really looking for. Alicia doesn't know what's going on here, but he may accidentally walk underneath a group of Marines outright, and this would be a very bad position for him. All right, here we go. There is a whole bunch of Marines. The Marines may catch. Oh, this is going to be very bad here. Druby actually catches a mothership core, and the sheer number of Marines, Alicia has to back off here. But it also shows that whatever his strategy is has been tipped just a bit. Alright, Mothership Core now retreating. Alicia has to know that something is awry, and now going into a forge and a gateway. Stalker Sentry now up on the high ground as the bunker has been completed. The SCV now making a move up the ramp. Is the Mothership Core going to spot it? Yes, it will spot that bunker there. And that SCV does get taken down, but not before the Marines arrive just in time. Are we going to see a cancel on the Nexus? No, we are not. And there you have it. There is that photon overcharge. So strong against all of these poor Marines there. They're just getting picked apart one at a time. Not quite sure if this is the best use at all, as there goes another SCV. And Alicia trying to play aggressive with that Mothership Core, actually benefiting with that photon overcharge, and then taking down a couple of bunkers. There's a beautiful force field there, and what looked like a very strong, devastating play from Druby got flipped on its head with the help of that range 13 cannon. Alright, so trying to rush a Protoss player, always very dangerous, as you see Alicia just sitting back, relaxing a little bit. You can see the photon overcharge has come to an end. The shields are already recharging. Stalkers and Sentry are up on the high ground, as the Marines may be looking to try and press forward once more. This could be a little bit of a dangerous situation. Alicia now pulling back with those probes. And Drewby is pretty much all in with this attempt. He has to take down this Nexus, otherwise his opponent is just going to have simply too much of an economic and technological advantage. The Marines are doing a bit of stutter stepping, and it does not take down enough workers at all. Only 2 workers killed, and that's from Alicia, not even from Drewby, as Drewby is now down by 10 workers. And also down a base, or no longer down a base. SCV is now being transferred off over here. It will take a little bit of time. Mules will be called over here. And what is the follow-up play going to be? We can see Marauders are being added. Concussive shells being researched first. All these Stalkers going to try to test that front door, but it will get pushed back. Marauders in a bunker, just working very, very closely together, dealing a lot of damage there. That Stalker down to 42 hit points as it does back away. Marauders with a range of 7 while inside that bunker. Now, taking a look, what is Root Ruby going to do? He's following this up with 2 additional gas. You already can tell that he is going for heavy barracks production. And the reason why he's going for multiple barracks as opposed to the standard 1-1-1 is that he knows Alicia at any point could just try to come in and take him out. If he tried to tech at this point, he wouldn't have enough production buildings in order to fend off the attack. The problem, though, is that Alicia has such a strong technological advantage that he can really go in any direction that he chooses. He can go for straight up warp gate play with 1 robotics facility and with the Twilight Council to go for High Templars, and High Templars would be dangerously effective at this point. Marines and Marauders, without the help of those medevacs, they cannot use stim nearly as freely. Also, they cannot heal after even the slightest bit of damage from that Psystorm, and it really goes to show you that Alicia really having a strong hold on this game, even though he is down in terms of supply. 72 for Drewby. Alicia sitting at 68. Army supply is 19 to 30, but the worker supply is slightly ahead for Alicia at this point. But the income tab should actually show Drewby slightly ahead, just slightly ahead in minerals. Apparently not so in terms of gas here, as we do see 18 workers and 18 workers at each of these bases. Coming back around, there is a proxy pylon on the far side of the map. Army supply 24 to 34. Alicia cannot really engage at this point. If he tries to engage now, he may be in an uphill battle here, as Root Ruby is moving off with these Marines and these Marauders. All right, he may actually catch some of these units out of position. Concussive shell. Alicia now in a bit of trouble. Now pulling back. Do we see some Psystorm? Yes, beautiful Psystorms. And there you have it. The beautiful Psystorms just absolutely melting away many of the Marauders and the Marines. Pylon off here is going to get shot down. You can see the reinforcements are now coming in. Zealots now coming in from the far side. They do have Zealot leg upgrades, and more importantly, O2 weapons upgrades. All right, Mothership Core, there's that Photon Overcharge again, picking off a couple of very, very easy early units. Now the Nexus is going to fall, but at how much damage will be done? You can see Root Ruby trying to focus down the Nexus again, gets it again, and wow. Alicia losing 800 minerals in a very, very short amount of time there. And what is this? 1 pylon down to 6 hit points and does barely survive. But Root Ruby not smelling like roses. He's down 1,000 resources, even though the 800 losses there. That really was all of that Psystorm early on without medevacs. The Marauders and the Marines were not back up to full hit points. And Alicia also with O2 upgrades going up against 1-0 Marauders. I know that doesn't sound like much, but that is absolutely huge, as the Marines are only going to be dealing 4 damage per attack. There's the Psystorm across the Marauders. They're forced to back off. Here's the engagement. Archons now already warped or merged in here as the SCVs try to walk through the Psystorm. Oh, so much damage dealt. A whole bunch of workers killed. Down to 25 workers have been killed, as we're now down to 32. And Drewby being forced to lift off and land back in his base. Is this going to be enough? Is this the final nail in the coffin, as Alicia is now establishing up his 6 o'clock expansion location as well. Alright, Refinery does get taken down. Here we go. Archon's now trying to make a move up. Is it going to be enough? Marines are going to be able to do some target practice back on these units here. Alright, High Templar pretty much goes, you know what? I can't really do any serious damage. I'm going to be forced to back off. And the Marines are going to try to engage. Oh, the Marines actually walking out a bit too far. Need to back off again as a new pylon has been established. Zealot scouting out the additional base here at the 6 o'clock location. Meanwhile, a drop pretty much getting handled by that Photon, overcharged by its lonesome self, down to 2 hit points. And wow, that medevac very, very low on hit points. Meanwhile, attack on the front door. Guardian Shield is up. O2 upgrades with Guardian Shield, 5 armor on all of these units, meaning that the Marines are only dealing 2 damage per attack once it is hitting the Zealots and the Stalkers hit points. There is the GG. Alicia catching Drewby just sleeping at the wheel momentarily and getting a lot of damage off with Psystorm. Drewby forced to follow up. Even though Drewby did get 2 kills onto the Nexus, that was still not enough. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed Game 1 as Axiom takes a 1-0 lead in the series.